Lee, thank you very much. Yeah, it's the tigerbet.co.uk best odds guaranteed novices hurdle, starting point in the home straight. They'll jump a flight of hurdles and then do another 2 circuits of the track. It's a very interesting little race, this. There are cases to be made for certainly the top 3 in the market. They're all pretty plausible. Fortune Timmy, though, is the favourite. 5-4 at the moment. 85-40 Fashion Hunter. And Rath Kenny, 11-4. Midsummer Dream, the outsider, at 28-1. So they're coming out onto the track very shortly. First out is Rath Kenny in the brown, the orange sleeves, the brown and orange corded cap, the Whaley Cohen colours. Of course, carried to victory in the Grand National by Noble Yates a few years ago. That is Rath Kenny, Conor O'Farrell riding for Neil Mulholland. There's Fortune Timmy in the maroon with the blue stars, the yellow cap, Freddie Gordon on a double. Then Fashion Hunter in the yellow with the green hoops, the green armlets and the yellow cap. That's the mount of another Freddie Mitchell. Ran a good race at Newbury on debut, Fashion Hunter. And then the last out onto the track is Midsummer Dream in the black with the lime green cap, the mount of Joshua Bryan. So the horses are heading down to the start. We'll take another quick look at the betting. And the favourite is Fortune Timmy at 10-11, 9-4 Fashion Hunter. Rath Kenny is 3-1. And Midsummer Dream is a 28-1 chance. So the horses making their way to the start for race number 3. 9 flight of hurdles in all to be jumped. Get your bets on. Going down to the start. And yeah, Fortune Timmy's got the best figures in this spot and is probably a worthy favourite, but does have a penalty to carry. And I would rather, from a betting perspective, focus on the other two here, Fashion Hunter and Rath Kenny. Fashion Hunter, 4th at Newbury, 4th of 15 at Newbury. Now, those novice hurdles, I haven't gone thoroughly down the rabbit hole of the form in that race. But generally speaking, if you're 4th of 15 in a novice hurdle at Newbury, you're probably beating some quite useful horses. So Fashion Hunter cannot be dismissed on the basis of that. That was his debut. There's no point-to-point or bumper form for this horse either. So that was a very interesting piece of placing as well by Gary and Josh Moore. And then well, Rath Kenny's interesting too, an expensive-ish point-to-point recruit, but is a former point-to-point winner, and then scooted away with a National Hunt flat race at Uttoxeter not so long ago as well. So very, very interesting. I suppose if I was going to play this race from a betting perspective, I'd probably back the second favourite and the third favourite, or you suppose you could lay the favourite, but you back the second and the third favourite here, and if either of them win, you're going to get a little bit of a profit on your return. So they are at the start, and it shouldn't be too much longer. Horses at the start. Raced you off at 107. So you've still got a couple of minutes to get your bets on. Looks like Fortune Timmy's going to try and grab the initiative here. Starter on the rostrum. They're going to be called in very shortly. The goggles are down. Horses still on the infield, but they'll be out soon, waiting for those flags to be raised. Horses on track. Watches being checked. Flags are up now. Horses facing the starter. Making their way slowly towards the starter. Flag down. Tape back. Off and racing for the tigerbet.co.uk. Best odds guaranteed. Novices hurdle. 9 flights of hurdles to be jumped, 2 miles and a furlong to get round. And it's Fortune Timmy, the favourite, who has grabbed initiative early here. Got in slightly tight to the first flight of hurdles. Just put himself right. Not a particularly good jump from the outside. A Midsummer Dream at the back of the field. So there are 2 more circuits to run round and 8 more flights of hurdles to be jumped. And it's Fortune Timmy, who is a course winner here, leading them as they come past us. 2 in second position, Fashion Hunter, who ran a pretty good race to finish 4th in a deep little contest at Newbury last time, moving into second. Then the former point-to-point and now recent bumper winner, Rath Kenny, who's racing in 3rd. And Midsummer Dream is 4th and last. So they're heading down the far side of the course. Getting a little bit of a solo out in front, this favourite, Fortune Timmy. It's just stolen a couple of lengths as they come towards this one. Over it, slightly circumspect leap there from Fashion Hunter, the yellow and green colours, followed by Rath Kenny, and then Midsummer Dream. Heading towards flight number 3, and it's Fortune Timmy. Freddie Gordon looking for a double on the card. Of course, he had a mishap as well in the first race. It's been an eventful day thus far, and jumped it well. Midsummer Dream didn't. Dived at the flight in a rather novice-y way. Is okay, still on his feet, but it wasn't a particularly convincing jump. Heading on to the all-weather part of the track, Fortune Timmy, the leader, to Fashion Hunter in 2nd, Rath Kenny's in 3rd, and Midsummer Dream is in 4th, and they're all coming in at sort of 2 to 3 length intervals now. So not a huge amount of pressure being put on this favourite here, Fortune Timmy, as they turn into the home straight with well over a circuit still to go. Fortune Timmy, the leader, to Fashion Hunter in 2nd, Rath Kenny in those Whaley Cohen colours as they take that one. The favourite was a little bit awkward at it, Fortune Timmy, but still leads them. 2 in 2nd position, Fashion Hunter. Rath Kenny, the sheepskin noseband there in 3rd. Midsummer Dream, the black jacket at the back. Now just tipping out to the right a little bit, the left as we look at it, the right for the horse's perspective, Fortune Timmy. So not entirely fluent there. 2 in 2nd position, Fashion Hunter. Then Rath Kenny, whose bumper win came at Utoxeter last time. And at the back of the field is Midsummer Dream. 4 more flights of hurdles to jump. 1 more circuit to get around. Fortune Timmy, the leader, has to give this weight away for that penalty. Leads them by about 3 lengths to Fashion Hunter in 2nd. And in 3rd, Rath Kenny, Midsummer Dream. Just puffing out the cheeks a little bit now to try and stay in touch. And Rath Kenny just driven along for a couple of strides round that bend. And once again, it's getting a bit more of an animated ride. So the favourite, Fortune Timmy, leading them at the moment to Rath Kenny, who, for that urging, has now moved into 2nd, but didn't jump that particularly well. Neither did Fashion Hunter, and Midsummer Dreams at the back of the field. So Fortune Timmy still leading them as they come towards the 3rd last, just trying to stretch them out a little bit. As I say, hasn't had a huge amount of pace pressure up front. Fortune Timmy to Rath Kenny. Fortune Timmy jumped that well. In 2nd position now, Fashion Hunter. That jumped that flight of hurdles quite nicely. Rath Kenny being driven along. Midsummer Dream is now 20 to 25 lengths detached at the rear of the field. So they're making their way out of the back straight, and it's Fortune Timmy who's finding a bit more out in front to Fashion Hunter in 2nd. Then in 3rd position, Rath Kenny as they make the turn at the top of the track. And Fortune Timmy has yet to be headed in the contest and leads now once again by about 4 to 5 lengths to Fashion Hunter in 2nd. Then Rath Kenny in 3rd. A long gap back to the 4th horse, Midsummer Dream, who might actually have been pulled up. No, still going as they come towards the 2nd last flight of hurdles now. Fortune Timmy for Freddie Gordon jumped it all right, but didn't really need to absolutely wing it because it's now 10 to 12 lengths clear. Fashion Hunter in 2nd, Rath Kenny in 3rd, Midsummer Dream just coming to the 2nd last now. Final flight though for Fortune Timmy. runs down it, pops over, well clear, and looks like barring an accident on the flat is going to be another winner for Freddie Gordon on the day. He's had an eventful day, been rerouted here to Fontwell and has ridden a couple of winners, and Fortune Timmy has scored with loads in hand. Fortune Timmy the winner. Fashion Hunter is persevering and will finish in second. Rathkenny in third, and Midsummer Dream has got over the final flight. It's going to be a distance behind, but will finish in fourth.